misidentifies you, to me, that's wire fraud. But the government needs to address that, in my opinion. That that's something that can help us reduce fraud.
It happens every day at my house. Every day. I get a solicitation call that says it's calling from my hometown, which is a very small town. I'm like, oh, somebody from my hometown. Of course I'm going to answer it. It's a solicitation call.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have time for one last question. Hello, I'm Dakota. I'm from Cheetah Express. How are you? I just had a couple of questions. Recently, I changed my address, and I needed to go into that system, and it took weeks for it to get updated. I had to do it 3 times through a ticket because it was logging me out of that system at first, and then it was telling me that I didn't do it when I did, and then when I did do it, they said I didn't have my ID, and they were delaying everything. So, are you going to be working on changing that? It was the MCS 150 I was trying to update at the time.
Yeah, when we move to the new system, I think that experience will not be that.
That was the new system. It was February 4th I tried to do it, and it didn't update until
Yeah, we haven't rolled out the new
Yeah,
system
we
yet.
haven't rolled this. But
Oh,
That's one of the reasons we
Okay.
desperately need a new system.
okay. And with last year, I suggested that you use AI to filter out all the fraud that is going on behalf of the brokers, because they are pretending they're one broker, but they have multiple brokerages, and they are calling from other countries in Europe and Asia, and I was wondering if you have implemented a system like that yet.
Oh, so we are going to use AI and machine learning to do those things.
Because they're using it right now with a system called Highway, and if you have 2 phone numbers ever existing with that company, you're not going to get a load. If you ever use 2 different email addresses, you're not going to get a load. And this is really stopping a lot of truckers from making money because we can't even fight with them. It's just you're blacklisted and then that's it, and you know I'm blacklisted.
Right, and that's the challenge with us, right? So my job, I would say, full disclosure is very easy. I deal with technology doesn't talk back to you, it has no emotions, I can do whatever.
And
So
just,
it's simple, but I don't want to use technology to the point where it makes everybody's life miserable because you can't do something.
right.
It's very easy for me to put restrictions in place that say, all right, all the fraud is gone, but now you can't do any business. So obviously there's no fraud because you can't do any business.
Right.
So we have to have that balance of you all need to do your work in the most efficient way, yet we have to weed out the.
So are you going to use AI? I just don't understand. Is that a yes?
Yes,
Okay.
right, that's how it's
How
done.
soon do you think you're going to implement that?
Okay, so we'll get there, but AI is not, it's not like I picked up a cherry on
It's a long
the
way to come here. Please give me a second.
We're answering.
I think identity proofing is also.
It's an
gonna help
iterative
with the issue of
process,
the
you
broker.
start with the AI and you keep building it, it's just, you have to evolve the models, it's not, it's not a plug and play where I can buy a statistic and plug it in and it works. It's not that simple.
Okay, one more thing, because I am blacklisted because I'm suing TQL for asking for broker transparency. It's really hard for me to get loads because your first screen when they put up my DOT, I'm just in Florida, and they see in big red letters, capitalized, not authorized, so they automatically hang up the phone. Is there any way you can say authorized for Florida or authorized for that state, for that person? Because it's really not fair. They're just looking at maybe new brokers that are not sure about what to say. They're automatically not allowing me to get a load and they're hanging up because it says not authorized for my MC, but that's to go over into other states. But I'm just in one state. I think it would be a great idea if it's in black lettering to say authorized only for and the state that you're in. Is that something you think you can work on and implement?
That's something we'd have to look into.
Okay.
I can't give you an answer on that right here, but something we can look into.
The other thing is, when are you going to enforce the other 14 broker transparency requests from TQL? Because you gave me one, and I've been waiting over a year for the other 14 documents.
Yes,
You
so-
have the law in your hands, and I want to know why you're not doing that for me.
I hope you took the opportunity to comment on the transparency rule.
Oh, I did, but you have the opportunity because you have the rules in your hands to help me, so I don't have to be stuck and broke and without loads.
Yeah.
So if you got me broker transparency, it would be a game changer for every single trucker in the United States, Mexico, and Canada. But of course, I can't buy the US. So I'm just want to know when you're going to enforce it, or at least when are you going to, here we go. When are you going to enforce a sanction on them? Because you've never enforced any sanction on any broker ever, and they, of any brokerage, deserve to be sanctioned.
Yeah. I wouldn't say we haven't taken any action on any broker, because
You
we've
haven't taken any
what-
action on any broker.
Okay, we are going through the rule comments, all that, your comments, you said you commented on the rulemaking, we are going through those comments now. I can't comment on the rulemaking itself or when it might be finalized, but we're going through those comments now. As you know, the comment period was extended, and
Yes,
it just closed again, so we're going through those comments now.
Okay, I hope you take heed to it.
Okay. Thank you.